Okay, Final Destination Bloodlines. So I finally watched this movie. It made a bunch of money in the theater. At this point, 285 million. Just crazy. What was its budget? $50 million. Wow. So made tons of money. Me personally, I didn't really enjoy the movie. There are some good kills, some so that's a funny thing, but in the movie, I mean, that's what these movies are about. They're about the kills, right? It's just I just don't care about the characters, and I don't know. So I thought it was too long too. It's like, I think it's, what is this, like out? It's an hour and 10 minutes, so it's almost, 10 minutes shy of 2 hours. It basically revolves around this thing that happens in the 60s. I think it's like the 60s. This giant tower that basically is like that hotel in Las Vegas, and I guess it's built like crap because it instantly starts falling apart, which I thought was ridiculous. I mean, they knew how to build these things in the 60s. Like, it's like just built like crap. Like a penny destroys it, but I mean, I guess that's part of what's going on in these movies. I've never been big on these movies. I know that originally it was going to be an X-Files episode, but then they made it into a movie. Like, I wonder if Chris Carter has any, like, I don't see him on here, but because he's the guy that created the X-Files. So yeah, basically she gets this premonition that this thing's gonna fall and they're all gonna die. She then saves everyone, saves her boyfriend, but then death comes back and is picking off people one by one. And this leads to her I think it's her granddaughter, and she's in college, and she's getting all these dreams, these nightmares every night, and she can't sleep, she can't work, she can't do anything. So this drives her to explore her grandmother's past because she thinks it's her grandmother. Her parents don't like her because they say she's crazy. They say that it ruined her life and she's a recluse, and then it made her daughter into a recluse. And the daughter didn't raise them. But I just didn't care about the movie, like, at all. One character I did like was Richard Harmon. I thought he was good. He works at a tattoo parlor. That's like the first trailer I saw. That scene is really well done. I'm not saying this movie isn't well directed. There are some dynamic shots, interesting camera work, like the scene when he's in the tattoo parlor, which you think he's gonna die. I thought he was gonna die because he's in the trailer. They show that whole scene almost, but he doesn't. Spoilers. I'm just going into spoilers. This movie just wasn't for me. I guess I just don't buy that the thing would fall apart that quickly. It's ridiculous. I mean, come on. Like, is this based on a real tower collapse? What is it? The Vancouver Skyview tower collapse. Okay, I don't think it's a real thing, because, like, it just collapses because, like, a penny this kid throws ends up breaking the glass. It's a walk floor with glass that you can see through. She's able to get everyone to safety, and this pisses Death off, and he's slowly picking them off. So that's the setup for the whole movie. I was just waiting for them all to die. The death with Richard Hammond and this other guy, that one's good, because I thought that was good because they were gonna try and trick Death by having him have an allergic reaction to peanut butter, and then he eats it and he's having it, but this MRI machine is turned on in the back, which is also ridiculous. Like, you could just walk into a room with an MRI machine that just is on. Yeah, right. Like, but that one was good. I like how he has a bunch of piercings and they're coming out of him, and then he has even one, below. And then he gets dragged to the machine, and then a wheelchair goes and then pushes him into the MRI machine, and then he gets turned inside out, basically. That one was brutal. And then this vending machine, the metal pieces inside go and they impale the other guy. That one's brutal. But it's just a bunch of CGI, of course. There's tons of CGI blood in this. And spoilers, and they all die in the end, but I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen the other ones, so maybe that's how they all are. But I was just surprised this movie made so much money, but I guess it's the whole thing of old is new again, I guess. So, and Hollywood has no ideas. So of course they make another Final Destination, and they're gonna make way more. And what is this, WB? Yeah, so they're gonna make way more of these. I mean, we have I Know What You Did Last Summer, but they don't call it that. They just call it I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is also incredibly confusing. At least this movie, I'll give it this. It's not called just Final Destination. It's called Bloodlines. And that actually makes sense for what's going on in the movie. So I'll give the movie that. Because it's really annoying when they just call it Scream, and it's actually Scream 5. But now there's a movie called Scream, but there's also the first one's called Scream. Like, it's just so annoying. But yeah, and then they all die in the end, and I even, when I was watching it, because then she tricks Death, because if you die but you get revived, then Death passes you over and goes on to someone else. The rules don't even make much sense, but she's like drowning, and then the guy revives her, but she's not actually dead, and I totally called it, because her heart didn't stop. And then she's talking to her, and her brother, I think, are talking to this guy. I guess he's a doctor, and he kind of laughs because he's like, "Oh, you didn't revive her." Well, he's like, "Well, you didn't technically die." She's like, "What?" It's like, "Well, your heart didn't stop. You know." So, and then soon after that, a Penny, of course, the killer Penny. Like, it's like they should make a Jason movie when he's just a giant penny and he's just killing people. And I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, it gets stuck in the train tracks. That track would totally smash that penny. It would totally smash the penny. I mean, haven't you ever seen those machines where they take pennies and they like smash them out? I mean, you think a train track couldn't do that? Of course. It's like the train track, that changes direction, and it gets stuck into one, so it's like halfway through, so then it derails the train. It's going at them. Bunch of bad CGI. Then a bunch of the stuff the train's carrying, it looks like a bunch of pillars or something. Almost like the scene when in the Superman movie when he protects that little girl. It's like these things are coming at him, and but they just all die. So, and I just didn't care. And the woman's mother didn't raise them, and she blames her mother because she's obsessed with death. But I still don't understand why that means you can't raise your kids. Because, you know, it's like, wouldn't you want to be around them? I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me why she abandoned her kids and she blames her mother. And then her grandmother just lives in her house and she never leaves. And now she has cancer, so death is coming. But I don't understand why, if you just stay in your house or around your house, why that would protect you. I mean, if you're just in your house, there's things that you can die from. I mean, I don't know. The rules didn't make any sense to me. I would like someone to try and explain it or defend all those rules, because they make absolutely no sense. And then also, like, she basically proves to everyone what's happening, and Richard Harmon still won't believe her after what happened, after his father is killed. That was a decent kill too. When the blades from like the grass cutter just basically chop his head off. That was a decent kill, but the thing is, it's just like, it's tons of CGI and it just doesn't look very good. But I'll give that one. And there are some red herrings, like with the glass. This guy, you know, breaks a glass, and then it's right next to like a big huge bucket of ice, and they're making mixed drinks with them and stuff. So some of the glass gets into the ice, and then this guy is drinking, and you see it there, and that was kind of like, you know. But it's like, if you have a big tub of ice, and then you have a bunch of glasses, and you drop one and it breaks right next to this tub of ice, I mean, you think you mentioned to people, hey, there could be broken glass in there, we should throw all this ice out, clean it all out, go get new ice. But I guess I'm just thinking too much about it, you know. It's just a kind of a dumb horror movie. I guess you'd say it's horror. I just think this would have been better if it was just an X-Files episode. At least Mulder and Scully would be there. But Tony Todd, you know, it's his, like, one of his last roles. It's sad to see him. I mean, he's dead now. He's an actor I've always enjoyed. He looks just so terrible in this. Oh, man. I mean, he really looks... Oh, gosh. Died of stomach cancer. He just looks skinny to the bone. He's obviously very sick. You know, great actor. Haven't seen the remake of Candyman, but it's just like another like requel or remake or whatever we want to call them. But he's an actor I've always liked. He's great in The Rock. You know, the scene with Rocket Man. That scene's so great. He's like, you like Elton John? He's like, how about Rocket Man? He's like, I don't like that soft ass shit. And he's like, no, because it's you. You're the Rocket. You're the Rocket Man. That scene's great. Wishmaster. The Crow, that's right. Candyman. I mean, he's in Platoon. Man, I forgot about that. Jeez. Just the guy's career goes back to 1986. Hatchet, Final Destination, 1, 2, 3s, and I think he's in like all of them. That scene's kind of nice because he's basically saying, you know, you don't know how much time you have left. You should enjoy the time you have. It's a nice little speech. Apparently he wrote most of it. Tony Todd was allowed total creative control over his final scene since he clearly didn't have much time left, and the crew wanted to have him find the final word on his career. His final monologue was one of the crew encouraged him to use. to impart some last film's advice to the fans. Yeah. It was in visibly bad shape. You could say that, but so yeah, that's about it though. I mean, I'd say, you know, if you're a fan of the series, check it out. See the final scene with Tony Todd. But other than some things like that, just wasn't really into the movie. But yeah, I'm like I said though, I think it is well made. I can see why it made so much money. It's just this series has never been for me really, so. But yeah, that's about it though.